Hey everybody, today I want to talk to you about my favorite item to buy and sell on Amazon, and that is board games. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you my top 7 tips when it comes to finding board games that are really profitable, that can make you a lot of money and will sell quickly. All right, so let's get right into that. My top 7 tips for buying and reselling board games. Number 1, my favorite place to buy board games: garage sales, thrift stores, and eBay. A lot of people think, oh yeah, garage sales and thrift stores, great place to buy board games. A lot of people forget about eBay. eBay is a great place that you can buy really low, sell on Amazon really high. So look in all 3 of those places: garage sales, thrift stores, and eBay. Great place. Tip number 2, selling used board games can be very, 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 underline, profitable. So please don't just think that just selling new board games is what I'm talking about. Used board games can be really profitable too. Now, if you're selling these board games on Amazon, which is what I'm doing most of the time, you don't call it used, you call it collectible. And so when you're sending in a used board game to Amazon, sell it as collectible like new, sell it collectible very good, something like that. And that will help get you your customers, because there's a lot of people who will buy collectible used board games because the ones that are in brand new condition, they are priced way too high. I mean, if you're looking for a board game and you're just wanting to play something, and you find a board game on Amazon and it's priced at like $150, $200, would you rather pay like $50 for a used collectible board game that is in really good condition? I would. I'd like to save that money. So there's a lot of used collectible board games that you can buy and sell on Amazon that's really profitable. Number 3, when selling a used board game, collectible board game, always check to make sure all the pieces are there. Never sell a board game with missing pieces. Sometimes I'm on Amazon, I'm looking at board games in the product description and the individual seller description notes, and it says missing a certain token, or missing a certain piece, or it's missing the play money. And I'm like, it's against Amazon's guidelines to sell board games with missing pieces. So they're breaking the rules. They're also just asking for negative feedback, asking for a return. So if you want to save yourself from negative feedback or a return, always make sure all the pieces are there. And bonus tip, if you are missing a piece, go check out eBay. eBay has a ton of individual board game pieces that you can buy that will replace the ones that are missing, in case you don't have a complete board game. All right, tip number 4. When selling electronic board games, because there's a ton of them out there, always check the battery compartment. Batteries can corrode over time. Battery compartments can start showing corrosion. So you want to make sure you check it first. Sometimes I'll even take batteries with me to garage sales or thrift stores and double check to make sure that they're actually still working. And it turns into making a lot more money and not wasting money. It's buying board games that end up not even working. So always check to make sure they're working before you sell them, obviously, but make sure before you even buy them, they're still working. Tip number 5. Q4, the prices for both new and used board games go up hugely. I mean, the prices you can get a used or new board game to sell them for on Amazon go up a lot. I always check Keepa. Keepa is a free program that checks the sales rank history and the pricing history for almost every item on Amazon. I'll check Keepa and look at what it's selling for in November and December, and I'll price appropriately, because you can look on Keepa and see what the new prices are. See what the used or collectible like new prices are. You can see what the other collectible prices are, and you can price appropriately for Q4 and be able to get more than if you sold it before Q4. So with Q4 coming up, you can buy board games now that are going to sell for even more in Q4, including board games. For a free training video on how to read a Keepa graph, which is the free tool that tracks the sales rank and pricing history, go to fulltimefba.com/read Keepa. All right, tip number 6. Just like there are some cars out there that are worth more by selling off the parts, there are a lot of board games that are worth more selling off the parts. Some board games you might not ever find the missing pieces. It's awesome that you can break those up into individual pieces, sell them on eBay or other websites. There's a lot of different profit websites where you can sell individual board game pieces. And there are some board games that I've found out are actually worth more by buying it as a whole and selling it for its parts. And there's some good money to be made for that. So just know, just like I told you earlier, to go to eBay to find missing pieces, well, you can sell your missing extra pieces there on eBay as well and make some good money. All right, tip number 7. If you come across a board game with a really weird name or something you've never heard of, you might have just found gold. I mean, seriously, I was at a garage sale one time. I ran across this board game called Space Hulk. And I'm like, is this like a Marvel game? Is this like Incredible Hulk in space? What is this? And no, it's not. But Space Hulk, I took out my barcode scanner, I scanned it with my Scoutify app, and I saw what it was selling for in new and in used condition or collectible condition, and it was selling really high profits. I was able to buy it for $2. It had all the pieces there, and I was able to sell it for over $200 on Amazon. $2 to $200. That ROI is not uncommon when it comes to board games. In the past, I've sold a board game called Snorta. I bought it brand new at a thrift store for $3. It sold for $100. I found a certain edition of Trivial Pursuit that I bought for $5. It sold on Amazon for $70. I found a electronic chess set that I was able to get at a retail store for $15. Sold it on Amazon for $120. There's other stuff that I've got. I got an electronic Mall Madness game for a couple bucks. I put about $15 into $10 or $15 into buying replacement parts for stuff that were missing, and sold it for $200. These are not uncommon situations when it comes to buying and selling board games online. And so those are my top 7 tips. And if you want even more, if this is just wetting your whistle for wanting to know even more about the profitable potential with board games, I have a course for you. It's called The Reseller's Guide to Board Games. It's a combination ebook video course. I walk you through everything you need to know to find, buy, prep, sell, and maximize your profits when it comes to board games. I talk about my secret strategy for using eBay and how I find profitable board games to buy on eBay to sell on Amazon. I walk you through exactly the places that I want you to sell the individual board game pieces that are worth more individually than the board game is as a whole. I walk you through everything you need to know from start to finish when it comes to board games in the course. The Reseller's Guide to Board Games, how to turn play money into real money legally. So check it out. FulltimeFBA.com/board games is where you can find out more information about it, and it's available right now. So that's all we have for today. Thanks so much for watching this. If you'd like, you can leave us a thumbs up below, leave us a comment, question. You can look at any of the links that we talked about in this video. You can find them in the description below, so you can click on that and find out all the information you need about getting the board game book, making the most of your time and money when it comes to buying and selling board games, which I think is one of the best niches, or niches, however you say it, to dive into, to be able to buy locally and online to sell on Amazon for really good profits. So again, this has been Steven Smotherman. Come out, hang out on the blog with us, FulltimeFBA.com. Be sure you subscribe, get some free PDF downloads, and learn new stuff that will help take your Amazon business to the next level. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. God bless.